Hello, everyone. You are tuned into the Free Matt podcast. Um, Usually we are a libertarian roundtable type top of discussion libertarian issues. We'll pull up articles, we'll discuss them. Usually end up laughing and making huge jokes out of it that nobody gets, but it's all right. I want you guys to enjoy yourself anyway. Thought provoking. I'd rather you guys discuss it with other people, preferably people who are capable of discussion, not knuckle dragging Appalachian American types or leftist morons who get triggered easily, but just people that want to talk and try to bring information, try to dig through talking points and try to actually find information, try to, whatever, bring it up to people. But you do the homework first and have a pen handy when you're, feel like taking notes. But I wanted to bring up something today. Libertarians should be worried about, but liberals should too. Most liberals today hiding, I guess, the ones that I know of that still have that aren't like so far off the leftist beaten path, uh, and hiding from the fact that Joe Biden's abysmal performance and Kamala's disappearing act, a figurehead of sorts to make people feel good about themselves. But anyway, uh, something that liberals should be concerned about is Julian Assange. And most people know, okay, he had been arrested. He had been in, I think, the Ecuadorian embassy, trumped up charges here. The U.S. still, I think, has talked about, on and off, talked about extraditing him. I think the Brits got their hands on him. I honestly think that what I've seen is he's struggling with the fact that he's been locked into embassy buildings and he's, I want to say a cause celeb, kind of, but visitors and people that he's been engaged, his fiance he wanted to marry. Um, I don't see how any of this is healthy for the man, but what's even more unhealthy is the fact that liberals among me have basically forgotten about Julian Assange, and this is after Donald Trump left office, and we kind of, I guess even conservatives will do this. They'll look the other way when their people are in charge, and they'll completely ignore stuff that they probably should have been focusing on. And I think that Julian Assange, everything to do with this guy right now up to this point. I'll even leave a link below, a reference about Mexico offering him, I wouldn't say use the term refuge, but allowing him to live there. Because I know that there's a lot of countries around the world that don't want anything to do with him. And there's a handful that are trying to do, at least for political reasons, try to assist him. Um, Liberals, I'm talking to you specifically here that you would look at somebody who would highlight the real underhanded activities that the government is allowing to happen, and I want to say a more or less out of control intelligence apparatus that is largely autonomous from government oversight, minus a handful of senators that go, I don't like this, I don't like this, I'm shaking my finger, blah, blah, blah. And that's basically what you're looking at. And they're killing a man slowly. There's people in this country who have blatantly said they wanted to kill the man. They've said that they they're probably pulling out all stops trying to get food poisoned. They're probably doing all sorts of trickery to drive him nuts and make his health go downhill. I made that joke myself one time. I said, "Why would you go and shoot a man when you could send him honey buns, boxes of honey buns every day, and buy him a case of beer, and you could just kill him over 30 years. And as much as you don't see me laughing about that, it was true. They're like, why? You can watch somebody, you can drive them nuts. And I think that's what the people have been doing. And it's one thing that you're alone. You're alone. You're away from people. You've lost supporters because the people are ignoring you. Um, they can go and protest Me Too instead of saying, "Hey, maybe this guy's being treated like crap." Um, you could be out protesting other amazingly dumb crap that's been disproven, like the 76 cents on the dollar thing. You could, uh, the horse teeth girls with no clothes on out screaming about whatever these days. And it's funny because Donald Trump's not around, but they still find some way to scream about said things. But what they don't do is actually shine some light and push their government officials to uh, change the tact and the way that they're handling this, which they're watching a man die. That's my read. And this is what you're doing when the media, most of the news is focusing on easy made articles that they'll get a PR team from the CDC. It says, "Hey, write this. Here's your ready-made articles. Blah blah blah. We've got somebody with a catchy name. We got Dr. Fauci here saying blah blah blah. Oh, that nut job Joe Rogan said blah 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 blah." And in the meantime, you're missing other things that were notable, but it's because you're too busy watching this clown show media. And I mean, I can go on and on, but literally, a lot of this stuff has happened in the past couple months, but nobody was willing to even say, hey, it happened. You have a little bit of blurb in the overseas news, but even everybody over there is, oh, well, they might take a third or fourth jab, or, hey, should we do quarantine? Hey, maybe I should double mask and, stick my thumb up my rear end and do a butt drag or whatever. And for your wrestlers, you're welcome. Um, it it should tell you that this shows you that people are ignoring things that they really could be passionate about that are kind of, I'm going to use the term injustice in quotations, but a form of injustice, actual injustice, and not something that some pinhead professor made up 20 years ago when they were writing a PhD, uh, their PhD, their not their thesis, but their whatever the PhD work is. Come on, man, my notes aren't here, but uh, some sociologist, and they coined this term, and now they're like, making the rounds in the Atlantic and other, moron works. But you're missing stuff that's really happened. Because you're being flooded with this garbage. And I'm not saying that it is the be all and end all, but it was just like that one little thing that's been happening that you're ignoring, and you should be seeing this is what's happening. And it isn't that I'm going to say Julian Assange is some like measure of what could happen to you. I don't. But you already know what's happening because you can, if you use a proper lens, you can see what's going on in the news. And they're flooding you with stupid news, so you could ignore things that you should have been focusing on. And I just found it funny. It said Julian Assange, Mexico president renews asylum offer, and of course it says as of I'm going to say December 10th, according to CNBC, Julian Assange, WikiLeaks founder, faces extradition to the U.S. This man's hit 50 years old and he looks a little ragged these days. Um, yeah, and it says there's some supporters out there protesting. I would give them some credit, but um, I mean, there's very few people that are even able to focus on this. And it's, you know, I'm not saying he's going to get Epstein. I'm saying it looks bad. So it's, I mean, it's a slow march somewhere. And I don't, I mean, it's a thumb through my crap here. Not my literal crap, but this crap of telephonic issues here. But it, I mean, you're missing other things. You're missing idiocy. I'm not saying you're missing the ultimate news, but people are. I mean, you're all sorts of stuff. And you know what? I'll make another video. Screw it. Just know that Julian Assange is something you're missing, and because you're being flooded with a bunch of stupid other crap, and some of you guys are so delusional. You love the hate, the stimulation via hate, the negative stress, and it gives you purpose. Don't don't lose focus and notice that Julian Assange is one of those things that you're missing. Go read, go dig, go take notes, know when people are lying to you, and have a nice day. How about that? Have yourself a nice day. Don't get too negative, but know when things are bad. All right. Oh, let me see. Notifications. There's a like. There's a subscribe over there somewhere. But further down, I'm on Twitter. I've got a Gmail account, email, so you can send hate mail. Hey, throw something in the comments. You could say, "Hey, I hate you, and I think you should go eat some eat some charcoal or something." I don't care. I'll leave it there as long as it's not spam or hateful or not hateful, but nasty, like talking about diddling and crap. But all right, folks, please take care of yourself. I already gave all the information. Check down in the the bottom parts, and we'll see you next time.